because sometimes that also impacts on where you get to.
Because I always
Chris,
try
are you?
If you have to do it there.
Okay, up and to the right in the end.
What I ask is, if I sort of try and buy drivers, I always try and buy, or if I want to build something of roughly the same sensitivity levels.
But that's, and I will go back to the first slide. I'm not worried about that at all. In this case, the tweeter sensitivity was quite a lot more than what the woofer was. If the sensitivity was the other way around, you would have had a major problem. But with the tweeter being more sensitive, it's not. You just pad that down. And I quite honestly don't think that there's any difference in sound if you've got a good padding down resistor type, like a Mills or so, that whether there's a 3 ohm on that tweeter or whether there's a 12 ohm on that tweeter, it's, it's not. It burns off the energy, and as long as it won't compromise the sound at all. That's again just the same graph. The bottom graph here just shows on a very a narrow X scale on that side what the original measurement was, and after the crossover, how you tailored that back to what you wanted to do. Now this is interesting, and if you have your phase right and you take a measurement again and you reverse one of the terminals, then you get a nice big dip in the crossover region. And with that you can more or less double check your work. Now, if you have a pure second over crossover, obviously you're not going to get that dip. But if it's a high, if it's third order or higher, then if you reverse that, and that actually checks your phase. So that's why the dip is there. And I'm sure you've seen that as well. All right, why I'm showing this is in this program afterwards you can get a graph that shows you the gain. In other words, what did you do? So in the tweeter, in the end, that is the tweeter response, and then it falls down. And that's all very well, but the one to me that's actually very valuable, if you look at your base and you pick up that graph again, then if you look at the difference from about 150 to about 1 kilohertz there, your net 2 gain is not really gain because you lose, and that difference there would be your baffle step compensation that you actually built into the speaker. So in this case, it's about 4 dB.
Brian, 30, 40 years ago, was this all hand calculations and trial and error measurements?
It was hit and go.
It was hit and miss, and the guys measured it, but it wasn't as accurate, and it just the big loudspeaker companies that could spend a lot of money actually at stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So another question, the phase, how much control do you read? If I understand you correctly, it seems to me that like you getting the phase right is to some extent potluck. Or can you actually manipulate the phase?
Absolutely. The phase sometimes when it's off, if you go on the tweeter from a second over electrical second order, in other words cap and inductor, if you add another cap and make it a third order, sometimes you don't change your frequency response at all, but you just put in the phase. So there's all kinds of possibilities there. Sometimes if you just change the way the crossover works, if you've got like a second over where it matches, and then you change your crossover filter to go steeper down to a fourth, in other words second down to a fourth, that pulls in the phase. So that's all part of the manipulation, and you can do that on the computer, but then you must come back and actually come and measure it also.
So you actually would check if your phase is looking okay, and if not, you'll actually change your crossover top.
Absolutely. No, if the phase isn't right, then it's fine. There is also a couple of designs. You can also have your phase that your one driver goes there, and it doesn't really match up in a line. If you have your phase going parallel, that also works. And there's a couple of American designs, quite famous designs, that have a phase like that, and that's also acceptable. I've not done one like that. I've simulated one like that. I haven't done one like that. To me, that's first prize if you can get it like that. And this process can take 2-3 days, and it can take a long time if you're busy with some of the design. That's the end of that.
That was
Very good.
yeah.